Namaste. Welcome to your Vinyasa practice. Today for class, I suggest having either a double mat or some extra padding for your knees. We will be on the knees in some balancing postures and other movements throughout class. So if you have sensitive knees or not so much of a thick mat on a hard floor, you might want to have an extra little blanket or double up on mats today to help support those joints. We'll begin in a comfortable seat, spending a few moments tuning into the breath, settling into our practice. So take a few deep inhales and exhales, giving yourself a few rounds of breath to come into this moment. Asking yourself, how are you doing today? Where might need some extra attention? Where in the body might you need to give a little more rest? Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Root down through the tailbone. Lift up through the back of the neck. And breathe. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Dropping the gaze down towards your fingertips. Welcoming yourself to this time on the mat, where the practice of yoga begins. Your inhale, look up, bring the fingertips up, pressing the hands together as you lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, release the palms to either side as you stretch your arms out as wide as you can, lowering the palms down to the mat. Extend the right leg out long, keeping the left sole of the foot pressed into that right thigh. We'll take some dynamic breath movements. So think cat and cow, where you're inhaling into one posture, exhaling into the next. But here, we're going to plant our left hand down next to us. And on an inhale, we're going to lift up onto that left shin, reach the right arm up. That's your breath in, taking the full time to breathe in to find the posture. And as you exhale, you're going to lower your hips down, reach the right arm down, the right leg, finding Janu Shavasana. Left arm reaches up, full exhale. Your inhale reaches that left arm up, plants it back down next to your hips. Finish the inhale with lifting up, reaching the right arm up overhead. Exhaling, lowering it down, and just continue with this dynamic movement, taking your time, slowing down the breath so you can fully complete each posture. And it might take a few rounds of breath to get there, so be gentle with yourself. If you need 2 rounds of breath per movement, just move with the body. What makes sense for you? Take a few more rounds. Tuning into the breath. One final inhale. And exhale, lower down. Finish up the posture. And then meet me back in the center. Bring the soles of the feet together now. Clasping your toes or your wrists, roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the spine, finding a cat-like back, pressing the back of the heart space towards the back of the room as you tuck your chin. Inhale back to center. Now keeping the right foot In, extend the left leg long. And we'll continue with those dynamic movements on the other side. So planting the right hand down next to you, inhaling, lifting up, bouncing on that right shin as you lift up through the left hip, left arm up overhead. Finish that inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Reach the left hand towards the left foot. Right arm up overhead. Inhale to repeat. Plant the right hand, lift up. Exhaling, lowering. Reaching down the leg. Opening that side body. Just continue with these movements again with your own breath rhythm. Deep belly breaths in. Full exhales out, slowing down the breath as best you can. Exploring, playing with the dynamics of inhaling, lifting, exhaling, lowering. Take a few more rounds on this side. Take one more round, wherever you're at. Lean back in the center. And after your last exhale, bringing the soles of the feet together again. Blasting the hands around the fingertips. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. And just a gentle, maybe a few millimeters. You don't have to go all the way down. Drop the head and the neck. Allow the spine to begin to curl. Tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Inhale, roll up to sit. Bring the knees together, closing them like a book. Take a few windshield wipers, gently lowering the knees to one side and then the other. Take a full breath in and out. And then gently make your way to tabletop. Fingers spread wide, hands directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Suction cupping the hands, so pressing the finger pads down, finding the slightest little lift in the wrists. So giving our wrists a little break here. On an inhale, extend the right foot back and the left arm long. Lift the left toes. Exhale, elbow to knee as you curl your spine and tuck your chin, hugging everything up and in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale to expand. One more time. Exhale, hug it in. Elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Stay here. Point the toes downward. Reach out with the fingertips. And then reach that left hand back, bending into the knee. Maybe you grab your back foot. And maybe you're nowhere near able to do that. And that's okay too. Just bend the knee and reach for the foot. You'll get the same benefit of wherever you're at in your practice if you honor your body where you're at. Not worry about what it looks like, but what it feels like. One more breath in here. Exhale, release to extend. Lower the hand and the knee. We'll move to the other side when you're ready. Extend the left toes back, left leg long. Reach the right arm forward. Lift the heel. Extend on the inhale. Exhale, hug it in. Elbow to knee. Curl the spine, tuck the chin. Squeeze the ear out. Inhale to extend. Lengthening through the arm and the leg. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale to extend. Last exhale, hug it in. Reach long, extend, and then send that right hand back. Bending the left knee, reach for the toes, the top of the foot, or just reach back into space. It's okay. If you've got your foot like a bow and arrow, finding a little bit of tension, send that breath wherever you feel it. Exhale, release, extend. Lower the hand and the knee to the mat. Take a round of cat and cow if you'd like. Maybe two. Coming back to the connection of the breath. And then we're going to extend that right leg long. Again, toes on the mat or the floor. Begin to lift that right arm up, coming into balancing on the left hand and the left knee and the left shin. If you'd like, you can tuck those left toes underneath. Give yourself a little bit more support. And maybe begin to lift that right leg up off the mat. Exhale it down. Inhale, lifting that right leg. Exhaling it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift and stay here this time. Try to open the heart space, maybe gazing up at your right hand. Exhale, lower the leg, lower the hand. Bring the knees back to center, cat and cow to rinse it out. Move to the other side. Extend the left leg long, toes down on the mat. Begin to turn the left hip open as you reach your left arm up. Maybe tucking those right toes. And then lifting that left leg up. Exhale, lower. Left fingertips reaching towards the sky, right hand pressing into the mat. Moving with our breath. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering. Gazing down if you need a little bit more balance support. Gazing up if you'd like a little bit of challenge, or anywhere in between. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Stay here. Open the heart. Exhale, lower down. Widen the knees to the edge of the mat, big toes to touch, wide-legged child's pose. Lower the hips over the heels, release the forehead to the mat, arms overhead, breathe. Feel the back body expand. Feel the chest release to the earth on the exhale. And walk the hands over the right side of the mat. Only as far as feels good, finding your edge. Find a little bit of tightness in that left side. Breathe into it. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to center. Spend a round of breath here. Before walking the hands over the left side. Coming right to the edge. Feeling a little tension in the right side body. Inhale. Exhale, find a little softness. Let your body know it's okay to release. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Roll the spine up to tabletop, bringing the knees back together. Tuck the toes under, shift the weight back. Slowly make your way up to downward facing dog. Lifting from the belly button to send the hips up. Plugging the shoulders into their sockets, spinning the biceps forward. As usual, the neck is relaxed and the head hangs heavy. Feel some weight in the heels. Maybe begin to pedal out the feet or walk your dog. Spending a few moments here. Again, reconnecting. A movement with the inhale. A movement with the exhale. And begin to find a little stillness in the posture. Squeezing the hands and feet together, lifting up energy from the earth through the feet and the legs, the hands and the arms up towards your center. Inhale between your hands. Make your way to the top of the mat for forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Slowly roll the spine up to stand, taking your time. Last to come up are the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Palms face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Slow motion dive forward. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the hands up to the shins or the thighs for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back. Plank or hands and knees. Just spend an extra breath here. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale. Release back down to the mat. Tuck the toes under. Hug the elbows in. Press up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Walk your hands back to forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, stay. Send your arms back behind you like airplane arms, bending into the knees like a little squat, and then send the arms forward, coming up through chair. Press into the feet to stand, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, mountain. Bring your hands to heart center or on your hips for tree pose. Shift the weight to the right foot. Begin to lift that left knee. Left toes maybe hover off the mat. Maybe you can connect the sole of the foot to the inner thigh or the side of the leg somewhere. Being gentle if you're pressing against your knee. Hugging everything in and long. Breathing here. 3 deep rounds of breath once you found your balance. Relax the shoulders. Ground down through the right foot. Lift up through the crown of the head. After your final exhale, bring the knee to center. Lower the foot down to the earth. Sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale, cactus arms. Lowering the elbows. Inhale, reach it back up. A little stretch, maybe a little back bend if you'd like. Exhale to mountain. Bring the palms together at heart center or resting on your hips for tree pose. Other side, shift the weight to the left. Begin to bend into the knee, coming up to the left toes. Maybe begin to hover the right toes, off the mat. And then begin to open that hip as you plant that right foot somewhere on your leg, or maybe just a little kickstand. Remembering one side's going to be a little different than the other. When you found your tree, open through the hips, open through the shoulders, relax the shoulder blades down the back. 3 deep breaths when you've found your posture. Rooting down to rise up. Expanding left and right. Final breath out. And gently lower that left foot to the mat or just fall over like I did. Release the palms. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, finding downward facing dog. And then shift the weight forward to plank. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen, lifting from the belly. Exhale, lower chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, down to the mat. Inhale, cobra dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, step plus walk forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Stay for the exhale, send the arms back behind you. We're going to come to stand through chair. So drop the hips, press into the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, forward, reaching up as you lengthen the legs, lift up, stand. Exhale, arms to your side. Palms together, heart center. Take a breath. Take a rest. Feel the feet on the mat, the legs supporting you. The chest rising and falling. Feel alive. On an inhale, with the palms still together, press the hands up, reaching up overhead with the arms. At the top, release the palms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot to the back of the mat and lower the left knee. Low crescent lunge. Untuck the left toes. Reach the arms up overhead. That low lunge. Exhale. Take the hands on either side of the foot. Lift the right toes, half splits or reverse lunge, however you like to call it, however you like to think of it. Pulling that right hip back in space. Lifting through the heart, so maybe bringing your hands up to blocks if you need. Exhale, walk the hands forward, plant that right foot, tuck the back toes. Lifting up off that left knee, step forward to forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms rise. Slight tuck of the tailbone, pressing the belly button towards the low back. Relaxing the shoulders, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, this time stepping the right foot to the back of the mat, lower the right knee and tuck the right toes, low crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Open the heart, look up. Allow your exhale to send that left hip back as you straighten your left leg, reverse lunge, or half splits if you're working on that. Keep the heart open. Breathe into the back of the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, walk the fingertips forward, plant that left foot, tuck the back toes, lifting up. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, sweep the arms up. Weight in the heels. Breathe. Inhale, press up to stand, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms to your side. Breathe. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Shift forward, lower to your belly, or just hover above the surface for chaturanga. Inhale, up dog from chaturanga, or cobra if you're on your belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Settle into the posture, finding a little bit of stillness. Big breath out through the mouth. Step forward with the right foot. Warrior 2, plant the back foot. Extend the arms wide, sinking into that lunge. Open through the hips, open through the front body. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Breathing here. Opening up that right side body, keeping a little bit of space in the left side too. And on our exhale, we're going to take it to half moon, planting the right hand in front of the right foot, using a block, or maybe you scoot up to the wall to assist yourself. Shift forward to lift up that left foot, balancing on the right. Lengthen up through the left fingertips. Open through the heart still, gentle in the neck. One more breath in here, you've got it. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Gently drop that left foot. Coming back to the lunge, reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale to star, straighten both legs and turn the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Send the hips back. Lower the hands to the mat, shift the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Hinging at the hips, let the head hang heavy between the legs. Breathe. Slight bend in the knees if you're locking them out, but they should be mostly straight as possible. Maybe you've got a deep bend in the knees. In that case, that cue is not for you. Follow your body before my cues. Breathe. Tent the fingertips. Inhale, look up halfway. Walk the fingertips over the side of the mat to come back to the top of the mat, finding lizard pose. So both hands on the inside of the right leg. You can lower the back knee if you need. Keeping the left hand planted, inhale, reach the right arm up. Breathe in, breathe out. One more round of breath here. Exhale, lower that hand to the inside of the left foot. Step that left foot forward, finding yogi squat. Bring the palms together, dropping the hips. Breathe. Exhale, plant the hands, lift the hips, heel toe the feet back together, finding forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the spine to stand, taking your time on the way up. Bring the arms up with you. And we're gonna come right back down. Forward fold. Let your inhale bring you to look up halfway over the edge of the mat, sending the hips back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step both feet back to plank. Lower all the way down to the belly or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, moving from the belly button, lift up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Weight in the heels, lifting through the sitting bones. And look between your hands. Step the left foot forward, warrior 2. Plant the right heel. Reach the arms up. Sink into your lunge, then hug everything up and in. Breathe. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, lengthening through that left side body. Breathe here. Full inhale. Let your exhale slowly bring you to that half moon, planting the left hand in front of the left foot, using a block if you need. Shift the weight forward onto the left foot as you reach the right leg up, balancing on that left leg. Remember to root down through the foot and the fingertips. Reach up through the right hip, through the inner right leg, through the right fingertips. You've got this. Breathe. Flatten your right foot as if you're pressing against a wall, as if you've got support there. Or maybe you do. Maybe you are pressing against a wall or holding on to a chair. Use what you've got. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, bending the left knee, drop the right foot down, coming back through warrior 2. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And exhale to 5-pointed star. Straighten both feet and turn the toes to face the wide edge of the mat. Bring the hands to the hips this time. Inhale, lengthen. So lower the tailbone, tuck the chin slightly so your back is almost like it's straight. And then exhale, hinging at the hips. Wide-legged forward fold. Plant your hands in front of you. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight to the balls of the foot. This time, walk the fingertips back between the feet, maybe past the feet, maybe over that back edge of the mat. Lower the head and the neck. Exhale. Breathing here. Walk the fingertips back, forward, look up halfway. Exhale, turn to your left and walk the fingertips back to the top of the mat, finding lizard pose. Both hands on the inside of the left foot. Left knee hugging into the left shoulder. You can lower that right knee if you need. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, lift the left hand, turning in towards that left knee. Reaching up, breathe. Let the exhale lower that left hand back down. Heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat and step the right foot forward for our yogi slopes or garland pose. Palms together if you can. Flat on the heels if you can. Maybe you lift up out of the squat a little bit. We'll take a few extra breaths here. Find a spot to gaze at in front of you on the floor. Think long in the spine and open in the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, slowly lift the hips, heel, toe, the feet together until you find forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Hold for just a moment, breathe. Lower the knees, child's pose. Take a few deep cleansing breaths if you need. And bring the left hand to the center of the mat, reach the right arm up. Reaching up and exhale. We're going to thread that right arm underneath us, keeping the left hand overhead, lowering the right side of the head of the face to the mat, looking up under your left armpit. 3 breaths here. Try to slow down those exhales. After your final breath out, press into that left hand, sweep that right arm up and open again. Exhale, lower that right hand to the center of the mat. Sweep the left arm up and open. Other side. Gently exhale, thread that left arm underneath you, looking up under your right armpit as the left fingertips reach over the side of the mat onto the floor, stretching between the shoulder blades. Breathe 3 rounds. After your third exhale, press into that right hand. Unwind, lifting that left arm back up overhead. Exhale, plant the fingertips. Come up to your tabletop and shift forward, straightening the legs, lowering the hips, opening the heart, finding a cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the belly button, find downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Step your right foot forward. Shift the weight forward to the right foot, lifting the left heel, standing splits. Let the head hang heavy here. We're lifting from our inner right thigh, so our hips are still squared. We're not opening the hips here. Hip points facing the mat. Plant your left hand down in front of you or grab your block and begin to inhale, reach the right arm up for revolved half moon. It might take a few rounds of breath to get into posture. You might be struggling the whole time. Embrace where you're at. I'm a little shaky here, so I'm going to remember to press my right foot down. I'm going to lift up onto my fingertips to open my heart and reach the right arm up. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale, lower the right fingertips towards the mat. Step that right foot back. Inhale up to high crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands. Step that right foot back to plank, lower the knees, child's pose. Just 2 rounds of breath here. And really however many you need. I'm going to take 2. And when you're ready, lifting back up to tabletop for the other side. Walk the hands forward a little. Begin to lower the hips, finding cobra, opening the heart. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting from the belly button to downward facing dog. Adjust your stance as you need. Breathe. Look between your hands. Step the left foot forward. Shift the weight forward to balance on your left foot as you lift from the inner right thigh for standing splits. Head hangs heavy, so your gaze is back towards your knee. Find your balance, lift up onto the fingertips, or take your block. Right hand in the center of the top of the mat. Reach the left arm slowly up for revolved half moon. Left arm comes up. Noticing a little bit of difference maybe in the side. I definitely am. Just breathe through it. Again, finding length. So through the crown of the head, out through the flat foot. From the right fingertips, up through the arm, the shoulder blades, up through the left hand. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower that left foot down, lower the left hand down. High crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Squaring the hips towards the top of the mat, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, lower the knees, child's pose. Breathe. Rest. Take another deep exhale, cleansing breath out as you need. And inhale up to tabletop. Maybe around cat and cow would feel good here. Dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, using your exhale to curl the spine and press the backs of the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. And inhaling back to neutral tabletop. We're going to take that supported half moon posture again. So send the right leg back. So just the toes are touching. And again, if you have sensitive knees or you need a little extra support, now would be a good time to grab that if you're not already using it. So placing that extra support underneath the left knee, Take the right toes to the back of the mat. Maybe you tuck those left toes under. You can also walk your left toes over towards the left edge of the mat for a little bit more stability as we lift that right leg and lift that right arm. Find our supported half moon. Press out through that flat right foot. And then keeping the heel on the same plane, we're going to bend that right knee, pulling the left heel towards our left glute. And then maybe you're going to reach back with that right hand and grab the left foot, finding a kneeling bow. That's what I'm calling this. You can call it something else. And again, if you're not quite there, just reach for it. It's okay. Breathe. If you've got the bow, gently release. Extend the left leg long. Reach the right arm up overhead. Lower the right foot. Lift up through that right hip. Drop the right arm up overhead. And then exhale. Circle that right hand down, coming back to tabletop. Rinse it out with a cat and a cow. We'll move to the other side. Extend the left leg long, toes down. Right hand in the center of the mat. Maybe tuck those right toes under, walk them over the right edge of the mat for extra support. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Lift the left leg up, finding our half moon. Supported half moon. Breathing here. And then beginning to bend that left knee, tucking that left heel into our left glute as we reach the left hand back, maybe grabbing the left toes. Maybe you fall out. Reestablish your base, pressing the hand, the knee, the foot into the mat. Lifting up through the lifted left side of the body, reaching out through the crown of the head. If you've got your bow and arrow, breathe. If you don't got it, breathe. The effort is worth your breath. The effort counts no matter where you're at. Gently release on the exhale. Lower the left toes, but keep the left hand lifted. Lift up through that left hip, kind of arching the back, the side body rather, left arm up overhead. And then exhale, rainbow. And left hand down, coming back. Two hands and knees, shift the hips over the heels. Sitting back onto the heels. Palms facing forward. Reach behind you to clasp fingertips behind your low back. Shrug the shoulders down the back as you draw the fists down the spine, lifting the heart. Inhale with the gaze. Open your eyes. Open your mouth. Exhale it out. Inhale, releasing the hands, coming back to hero or firebolt. Spend a few breaths here. Bring the palms together at heart center. Reconnecting with the body and the breath. Taking inventory again. How you're feeling. How you're thinking. How you're breathing. No need to make a change. Just be that conscious, non-judgmental observer. Just another moment here. Release the palms on the exhale. Bring the hands forward, coming back to tabletop. And take that right leg and cross it behind the left. So you're crossing your knees. Right leg behind left. And then shift the hips back so you're ending up in our cow face pose. Right knee stacked on top of left. And if this is too much for you, just as you need, maybe your legs are a little bit more like fire log pose. Maybe you just sit in a comfortable seat. Feel grounded through the sitting bones, the tailbone reaching down, lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up overhead again. And then exhale, bring them back behind you, clasping the fingertips again. Rolling the shoulders down the back, straighten the arms. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs, maybe the arms. Come up overhead. Keep pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the belly in, engaging the belly lock. Tuck the chin. One more breath in here. Press the sitting bones down into the mat to inhale, sit up. Release the hands at the bottom. Bring them forward as you reach up overhead. And exhale, twist towards the right. So bring your left hand to the top leg and your right hand back behind you to prop yourself up. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. 3 rounds of deep breath here. After your third exhale, gently unwind, coming back to center. Bring the arms up with you. And we're just going to gently twist the other direction. So turn towards the left. Bring your right hand to the top leg and the left hand behind you this time. Inhale to sit up straight or as straight as you can. Exhale to gently twist, looking over your back shoulder. 3 rounds of breath here. Focus on deepening the inhale and the exhale. And after your third breath out, inhale back to center, arms come up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Release the hands down to your side. Bring that right hand out next to you and shift the weight over to your right hip so you can bring that left knee down next to you for deer pose. If you prefer pigeon, feel free to enter into that asana instead. Pull the shoulders down the back, lift the gaze. Broaden through the collarbones as you walk the fingertips wide and lower the belly over the thigh. Breathing here, only going down as far as you need to find some sensation. Keep some integrity in the spine. So find a little lift. Press your hips back and the spine long. Breathing into any areas of tension. Maybe deepen the glute. Maybe the inner left thigh. Maybe somewhere else. Breathe and soften. Take a last inhale in deer or pigeon. Use your inhale to slowly, gently begin to sit back up. Look over your right shoulder and bring both hands to the right side of the mat, the right side of your leg. And slowly begin to lift up and make your way back to a tabletop. This time we're going to cross the left knee behind the right. Adjusting to bring your knees to the center of the mat. So now the right knee is in front on top of the left. And then just walk your hands back as you sit your hips back, finding cow face pose on the other side. Adjusting as you need, using props. Grounding through the sitting bone. Drawing the energy up through the spine, lowering the shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, reach back behind you, clasp the fingertips together. Drawing the fists down the low back, opening the heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Heart over the knees. Head hangs heavy. Shoulders pressing away from the ears as you lengthen the arms and maybe lifting them up overhead. Another full round of breath here. And then Sit those sitting bones down as you inhale to lift. Really at the bottom. Reach them out in front of you as you lift the arms up. Exhale, another round of cactus arms. Really getting release in those shoulders. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, to the left, bringing your right hand to the top leg, left fingertips. Prop up your low back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist, looking over your back left shoulder. 3 rounds of breath here. Tune in. Find the sensation of the lungs expanding, the ribs expanding. The warm breath exiting the nostrils. The pause between the inhales and the exhales. After your final breath out, come back to center, bringing the arms up overhead. And we'll twist to the other side. Exhale to the left, right hand plants behind you, left hand on top of the knee, lengthen. Gently twist, allowing the body to use the breath to coax it open. Breathing slowly and deeply. Finding a little bit more relaxation after each round. Your inhale, coming back to center. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, last cactus arms, elbows down, and keep lowering the elbows until your hands reach the mat. Bring that left hand next to you. Lean over to the left side and bring that right leg down, finding deer pose or pigeon if you prefer. About 90-degree angles with the legs as possible, walking the fingertips wide. A few shoulder rolls for me. You're welcome to take those as well. Open through the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Walk the fingertips forward, hinging at the hips, bringing the belly and the chest past the knee. We're just thinking about it. Maybe you're not this far down. Maybe you want to go a little bit further. Follow your body. Don't jump off over the edge. Each side's a little bit different. As you lower, think also expanding. So walking your fingertips wider like wings as you lower the chest to deepen into the posture, if that's what feels good. Find the tightness and release. Relax the jaw. Anywhere else you may be compensating for the sensations in the hips, the thighs, the glutes. Relax the head and the neck. Keep the hips squared, even if you're in pigeon. Make sure you're not leaning to the left or right. We'll take 2 more breaths here on this side. And then ever so gently and slowly, begin walking the fingertips in as you sit yourself up. Bring your hands over your left side, face the top of the mat. And slowly lift up, making your way slowly to tabletop. Walk the knees back, lower onto your belly. We'll take half frog pose. So bring your arm to a 90-degree angle and resting the left side of the face on the mat. Bring that right knee up to about a 90-degree angle too. The inside of the foot is against the floor. If you'd like to intensify, you can bring the elbow and the knee a little bit closer together. Feel free to use a bolster or pillows here. And if you prefer full frog pose, gently, you can adjust yourself into that posture. So I recommend half frog, keeping it light and gentle here. Allow gravity to lull you into a sense of groundedness. releasing ourselves to the earth. Giving in to that temptation to rest. Use the exhales to find a little more calm, a little more peace. Where can you let go a little bit more? What muscles can you relax? Your next inhale, fill up as much as you can. Feel the chest lifting off the floor. And then exhale through open mouth as you lower your left leg, your right leg to meet the left. Turn the forehead to face the mat. And bring the right arm in. We'll take the left arm and the left knee out to the other side for half frog on the other side. So maybe about 90-degree angle with the elbow, shoulder, elbow, and hand, the hip, the knee, and the ankle. The inner left foot is on the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let it go. The breath, your thoughts, your judgments. Just rest. Soften the face and the jaw. Anywhere else, the breath is guiding you to soften. On your next breath in, again, the biggest breath you can take. Feeling your torso gently lifting off the mats, and as you exhale, lowering the left leg to meet the right. Rolling the forehead to face the earth and bringing your arms to your side. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper the legs left and right. And inhale, lift the chest, or lift the forehead, lift the chest. Begin to reach back for the outer edges of your feet for bow pose. Feel free to take locust instead. Any other variation, maybe just a cobra here. If you've got your feet, squeeze the inner thighs together. Begin to lift the heart a little bit more. Maybe you're rocking back and forth with the breath on the hip points. Breathe. One more inhale. Slow motion release on the exhale. Back down to the belly. Forehead down to the mat. Bring the hands next to your chest. Inhale, begin to press yourself up and back to child's pose. Bring the arms back down the sides of the legs like you're reaching for your ankles, and let the shoulders hang heavy. Breathing into the back of the heart space. Take a full breath in. Hold it at the top. Exhale, release. Bring your hands back down to the mat. So gently press yourself up to sit. Extend the legs long out in front of you for a forward fold. Sitting up as tall as you can, pulling the toes back towards your torso. Reach the arms up overhead. Hinging at the hips, belly first. Forward fold, reaching the heart forward, reaching the arms. allowing them to land on your legs. Drag the shoulders down the back, lengthen the spine on the inhale, and then exhale, melt the heart forward. Allow the spine to curl and the head to hang heavy. Big inhale, slow exhale. Gently roll the spine to sit up. Bring the soles of the feet together for a bound angle pose. Taking a still, quiet variation here, sitting upward through the spine. Allowing the knees to become heavy, running through the heart. Slightly pressing the belly button towards the back of the spine. Take a few rounds of quiet breath here. I invite you to close the eyes or gaze at an unmoving spot on the floor. Begin to tuck the chin. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, then open the eyes. Close the knees together like a book. Take a few windshield wipers if you'd like. And then as you're ready, we'll gently make our way to our backs. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Exhaling out. Winds removing pose. Keep that right knee tucked in. Extend the left leg long. And take that right knee and gently pull it across your body for a twist. So right knee over the left side. Extend the right arm long. Look over the right shoulder. Soften. Inhale gently back to center. And taking the right knee with the right hand, just open that right hip by dropping that right knee, pulling that right knee down towards the mat. Maybe extend the leg long if you'd like. Bring that both knees back in towards your chest. Squeeze them in. And switching sides for wind removing pose, this time clasping your fingertips around the left knee, extending the right leg long on the mat. Hugging that left knee in. Exhale. Take the left knee and gently pull it across your body to the right for a twist. Dropping the left knee to the right, extending the left arm long, letting the gaze follow. Inhaling back to center, left knee still tucked in. Taking the left knee with the left hand, open that left hip, pulling that left knee towards the left side of the mat. Maybe straightening that leg if that feels good. Bringing that left knee back in. Both knees in, happy baby, if you'd like. Grabbing your toes, your ankles. And pulling the feet down, knees down, feet flat. Maybe straightening one leg and then the other. And releasing your toes, bringing the soles of the feet together and lowering them to the mat for butterfly or supine Baddha Konasana. Maybe placing the hands on the hip points or resting gently on the mat next to you. Feel the belly rise with the inhale, sending the breath deep to the lowest parts of the lungs. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the knees together, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat, and allow the knees to gently fall in towards each other. You can bring a little bit of movement, a little bit of windshield wipers if you'd like, or just leave them still. Inhale with the knees, heel toe the feet back together. Extend the legs long. Bring the arms to your side. Taking one final inventory of the body. If there's any final postures, stretches, things you need to feel complete in your practice on the mat today. Move with your breath and gently take those final movements now. And then when you're ready, the most important posture, make your way to Shavasana. Lying on your back, feet wide, arms out to the side. Feel the back body become heavy, supported against the earth. Light in the front body. Breathing naturally now. Softening the eyes closed. Allowing yourself this quiet and this rest. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. Gently find a deeper breath in. Open mouth exhale. Begin to slowly introduce small movements to the fingers and toes. Gently draw the legs together and the arms to your side. Inhale, point the toes and gently lift the arms up overhead, elongating the body. And then keeping the hips where they're at, gently walk the heels over the right side of the mat and tilt the upper body towards the right, creating a C shape or half moon stretch to the right. Exhaling, releasing back to center. Inhaling again, pointing the toes, reaching overhead with the arms. And exhaling, walking the heels over the left side of the mat, tilting the upper body over the left, creating a C shape towards the left side. Inhaling to the right side body and exhaling back to center. Lower the arms, bend the knees, Shift to one side as you curl into yourself, spending a breath here. Gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat in the center of the mat, keeping the eyes soft or closed, palms together at heart center, dropping the head towards the heart, breathing in and breathing out. Take your time awakening from the practice. Maybe you spend a few moments in quiet meditation here. For it is after the asana practice where the real yoga begins.